Hello guys and welcome to Let's Build Part 13. In this episode I'm going to show you how to build these incredible twin towers connected with a vast amount of bridges in between. You can see this is a grand build for this episode and I hope you guys enjoy. Goodbye. I know guys, it's been such a long time since the last episode, but this is such a vast build and mixed with college, it took a long time to make. So guys, I'm sorry it took so long, but it's here now and I hope you guys enjoy it. We're having some sporadic problems with Action recording this episode specifically. It's not exporting my videos properly, so there's a few moments in this where I have to skip processes because just Action wouldn't export it properly. It was all laggy and broken, so you see that in a minute. Here we're just finishing off the walkway from the last episode and curving it off at the end here. We're going to fill this middle gap with double stone slabs, but as you can see it cuts because I actually missed. That bit of footage was just ruined by Action. I'm not sure why or what, but as you can see, it's filled in there and just dragged down to the ground below. And now what we're building is these four high, double stone slab pillars. Because this is just going to be the end of a walkway. It's not going to go anywhere. I wanted a pretty end for it. I didn't want it just to end and then just be a flat end. So we've got this like curved archway, and it's just going to have like we're going to put a tree in the middle of it. It's going to have a small roof. It's just going to be a really nice little area of this castle. And this is just the very start of the episode. We do build that entire 2 towers in this episode in this next 13 minutes, I believe. So there is a lot for me to talk through. So as you can see, you can just basically see it's not. I'm using very simplistic methods of building this, but they work so effectively. As you can see, just the variations of upside down stairs and correctly stood stairs just create this really good effect, this medieval castle effect. Now as you can see, we're just excavating that floor we just built because we're going to plant in some grass for the tree to grow. Obviously we can't have a tree just growing straight out of the slabs, so we're just going to build this in. But actually at first I thought, oh, this would be a nice enough area, but I think I've put too much grass down. So what I end up doing is I end up trimming it down and clearing it out. But here we go, we do some magic and a tree appears, and then that will be this grass area gets trimmed down because as you can see we do not need that much grass. We want some walkway around it. As you can see, that little bit of lag, that is what Action was doing. You can see it now, it's happening slightly, but it was doing it throughout clips. It was unbearable, so I'm sorry I've had to remove some clips. So most of the 95% of the footage is still intact. So, as you can see now, we're finishing off the roofing area of this curved archway. We're using, again, upside down double stone slabs and connecting it all and just creating this, outlay. It comes outwards ever so slightly by 1 block due to these upside down stairs, which create a very nice, formal and very nice effect. So now we're just obviously planting some torches for the night times because it can get very dark in the Minecraft world and the darkness brings bad things. So now we're going to put some normal shaped stairs on the top just to further create a bit of shape and texture to this. And now I think that little curved archway thing is done. That is just an effective little place to go and sit in the castle. So now we're actually moving on to the base of these huge towers. We're getting rid of each corner, and just to make the shape a little more makes it look better. There is no reason for it. It just looks better. So now I'm just digging down this wall I built because this wall was only built for a template. Actually, it's just built for purposes so I knew how big this tower was going to be before I started constructing it. So obviously we're going to use double stone. So we're going to use stone walls throughout this, but we're actually going to mix it with these double stone slabs. Again, a style that's being used throughout the castle because we want to make the castle look like it's it's all from the same place. So we're just building this along and we're using these pillars, so we're dividing them. So there's a 3 gap. It's hard to describe. There's a 3 gap there, a 2 gap here, and another 3 gap separated by the double stone pillars. The 2 gaps here will actually have doorways in them, and if there's not a doorway there, it will just be simply a wall. So, and then the triple gaps, what they're going to be used for is actually windows. So we're gonna get a variation of colours in this tower, as you saw actually in the opening. So now we're just gonna actually where each pillar is, we're gonna bring it out one with the stairs, and then we're gonna continue the pillar downwards beneath the stairs. You'll see what I mean in a moment when we've just added these on. So now, as you can see, we're filling up the gap beneath with just the pillars, just to make it look like it has a little more structural integrity. And if Minecraft had realistic construction physics, then we don't want this this castle, in fact, to look like it would fall over. So just giving a bit of a structural integrity and just making sure the castle looks as it should. So now, where I'm putting these double stone stairs is where the walls will go. And anywhere you don't see them is either going to be a door or a window. So now, as you can see, we've extended these up 12 blocks high, I think it is, and we're just going to finish it off doing the exact same. We're going to create like a layer, as you can see, connect it all together with double stone slabs, and then build a floor one step high. This will be the separation between each floor. So as you can see, this is just where the floor is going to go. I'm not going to show you me building the entire floor because I hope you understand how to do that. As you can see now, this is the first floor. So now we're extending these up with 4 stone slabs, and then as you can see, it creates like a gap between each floor. It just gives it another nice effect and something that further emphasizes the epicness of this castle. So now we're replacing these double stone slabs now with stone, just again variation, the different shades of grey, and just makes it look a little more effective. We are still on 1.5.2 on this, I might add, which means the double stone slabs look like double stone slabs too. They don't create one whole block, which I'm kind of glad about because I think this looks better on a castle. So now, as you can see, this is the wall I was on about. Wherever there's a 2 gap in the window, where you'd imagine windows, is actually going to be a wall. So as you can see, all those have been filled in, except this side, because that side is going to have a little door there, as you can see. So now we've filled in the rest of them with windows, glass panes again, because it creates a bit of depth and texture and looks very effective. So now, this has obviously been replicated 4 times more on top of each other. So we're just going to pan through here, and you can slowly, I'm a bit far away, but slowly, it's building up and adding to it. This is what was so time consuming, making 2 of these, because they were a lot of effort. So as you see now, we've got both of them ready and standing tall. So now, in the last episode, we built this roof over the bridge, and now I'm just going to replicate that now. I'm not going to show you it, because if you want to know how to do that, just go back to the last episode and you'll see how it was made. So now that wall's been continued, that roof's been continued between the 2 towers, and now we have them. So now, what obviously these towers need is a roof. So we're going to move on to it. So now what we're doing is, again, we're just building another floor, because the roof will be built off this floor. So now each room has a flat roof above it, and we can build a huge pointy roof for the very top of the tower. So as you can see, I'm experimenting here really with different kinds of. Obviously, I'm using these stone walls. You can get cobblestone walls and stairs, and just stone stairs, and seeing what we can do with it. So now I'm creating these pillars again. You're still going with the idea of using stairs and pillars and double stone slabs, but in a different way. I wanted the roof to look different. But so as you can see, I'm constructing along here, and I've put these pillars up made out of stone bricks. I don't know what you actually call it in Minecraft. I'm a bit of a noob, but we're gonna call them stone bricks because they look like bricks and they're made out of stone. So we've got these stone brick type things, and we've created the pillars out of them this time. I just don't think it looks like right. So as you can see, we replicate it throughout here, but it does get changed because the colours, they seem to just, because the way I've done it, they just swap when they get to the top, and it didn't look quite right. So as you can see, I'm just filling in another roof here, because this is, as you can see, within this entire tower roof, we've built another room, which was something I stumbled upon and thought, hang on, we can build a smaller one here, maybe some sort of watch. We can have guards in here looking over the landscape surrounding the castle. So as you can see, it's very dark in a minute, so it reminds me to add lights, and now you can see what I mean. I don't think the colours work right at the top, so I continue on to see what I can do to change it. So I add in the windows, and I'm still thinking, I'm not sure whether I like it. So then what I do is I start editing and deleting stuff. So I bring out the walls 1 level, and I still don't think it looks right. As you can see, just still something about it's just not as nice. So I replaced these with double stone slabs at first, and again that just really not looks good. So then I put stairs in. So now I'm moving more towards the style I followed the rest of the castle, the rest of the tower with, and now I'm replacing these pillars with double stone slabs, going for the original idea that's been used throughout the castle, and already I think it just started looking better. So as you can see, I think that looks a lot better at the top, except we've got a middle window here which shouldn't be here. So obviously filling that in now with a stone wall. So as you can see now, it just looks a little more, although this level's shorter, it looks more effective. And now about that, so now we've created, as you can see, a roof above it, but that was, see, this is what happened throughout as you can see, there was just a bit of a disaster there with the lag. So I could not the building of the roof footage was lost, I'm afraid. So now what we're doing is we're building the wall, and we're just building it up to look incredibly like, we want an indent, we want it to look decorative and just like as if you looked at this castle from a distance, you see different shadows coming off it, different colours, and just making it look as impressive as possible. So as you see, we're lining each section of stone wall, stone bricks with double stone slabs, and then using the upside down stone stairs just to smoothen off the entire wall like shape really. So as you can see, we've got this one on the left, and now I believe it will as if by magic appear on the right. That was a lot of time and effort for me to build both of these towers, and I hope you guys appreciate it. Now we're building the connecting bridges, and again here it was nearer towards the end, as you can see, is that when action started messing up my exports. I tried exporting these clips at least 3 times and they just didn't work. So as you can see now, we're building these bridges, but we do lose a lot of the bridge footage. So what I'll do is I'll slow down some of the finished bridge footage so you guys can just inspect and look at it yourselves and see how it's done. So as you can see, continuing to build these bridges with the same kind of bricks, and then we're creating these. Obviously this will be the doorway to connect both towers. So now the footage was lost from the rest of it, so I'm going to really slow it down here, and you can see the different styles I've used. Like I've used the stone walls either side, I've put a nice fence along to stop people falling, and underneath you can just see there are stone stairs beneath it just to smoothen it off. And that brings us to the end of actually this build. So as you can see, we've built the bridges, the 2 towers. We're going to have a spiral staircase through here which will connect with the bridges, obviously, to give access across the 2. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, and look out for some Let's Builds coming as soon as possible. Goodbye.